All right, so I just got back from Baltimore, Maryland, and I've been craving crab cakes like no one's business. I made some when I was in Baltimore, and they were phenomenal. I grew up thinking that crab cakes were disgusting because one time as a kid at school, I was served crab cakes. My first time, first and only time ever trying them, by the way. I ate them, and they tasted like, oh my God, they taste. I would have believed that they were made out of goldfish and burnt old oil. They were disgusting. But in Baltimore, I made my own crab cakes and they were 10 out of 10. Absolutely incredible. And I've been thinking, how can I push this even further? And I got the idea to make a Cajun style crab cake burger. Got back from the grocery store, I found so many interesting things that are going to help this be a spicy, Cajun, flavorful burger. And I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So let's get started. Ah, my, my cat was, I almost ran him over. Let's get started. That's a Krabby Patty if I've ever seen one. All right, so this is gonna be a pretty straightforward recipe. I'm gonna do a Cajun style spicy crab cake burger. So, what do you need for a burger? You need buns. I wasn't planning on actually doing a spicy crab cake burger until I went to the store and like all the items I kept seeing were like really cool and spicy. So, to start, I found these sriracha brioche buns. These are going to be incredible. They're made with sriracha. So we're starting off with like a base heat in the bun itself. That's pretty awesome. Next, I saw this hot honey bacon. I mean, come on. I gotta try this on top of our freaking crab cake burger. I'm gonna be making a remoulade. If you don't know what a remoulade is, it's pretty much like a fancy tartar sauce, but I'm gonna make it spicy. So I found some bulldog hot sauce. If you don't know what bulldog is, they do a lot of ramen. They have like dumplings and stuff like that. You'll find at the grocery stores. It's pretty spicy. Like it's pretty freaking spicy. You've probably seen a lot of like TikTok challenges and stuff where people are eating bulldog flavored things. We're gonna make a remoulade with this. Also with the remoulade, I found some cornichons. I picked these up and put them in the cart before I even realized that they were made with chilies. Yeah, spicy things just kept appearing to me at the freaking grocery store. Last spicy thing that I'm gonna be throwing in this, I'm gonna do a fried crab cake. So last time I made them when I was in Baltimore, I made Maryland style crab cakes, which are the ones you kind of bake. They were very tall, pillowy, very good. Again, 10 out of 10. These are gonna be fried. And I wanted to get some panko, so I went to the panko area, grabbed some panko, and as I was walking away, the corner of my eye saw this. Spicy panko. So like spicy things just kept jumping out to me and I obliged. So we're doing a spicy Caribbean slash Cajun style crab cake burger. So the other things that I have, got some jalapenos. I'm gonna throw these in the remoulade. I've got a tomato I dropped and it's kind of leaking everywhere. You're gonna want to have a bunch of dill and parsley, especially parsley. Bag of lemons, I'm only gonna be using one. I've got some crackers. These are scalloped crackers. You can use any kind of crackers you want. I've seen people use the club crackers or Ritz crackers. I'm gonna be using about 40 grams of these crackers, which in this case is about 8 of these crackers, just as a binder for the crab so it doesn't fall apart when I'm trying to fry it. I've also got some Koopy mayo, some monster cheese. I think this is gonna really help cool everything down because I do think this is gonna be quite spicy. Also got some lettuce for that same reason. And of course, the star of the show. This video wouldn't be happening if not for some Maryland lump crab. This is 16 ounces of Maryland lump crab. So now we've assembled all of our ingredients. Let's start with the remoulade. All right, so for the remoulade, you can kind of do whatever you want. There's no exact measurements, but I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. All right, so I'm gonna start with some red onion. Just dice it up as well as you can. We're gonna chop up some dill. Next, I'm gonna dice up a couple jalapenos. Make sure to get the insides out. Now we're gonna chop up a few of these chili cornichons. Make sure to chop up one of the chilies as well. Add a little extra kick. All right, now we're going to zest and squeeze the juice from half of this lemon. Be sure to use your hand to catch any seeds. Now we're gonna add a little bit of this roasted garlic paste. Maybe a little more. Any mustard you like. This is horseradish mustard. I prefer this one, especially when it comes to crab cakes. But if you don't have this, any mustard you have will do. About a tablespoon and a half. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of this Caribbean jerk seasoning. You can use Cajun seasoning, slap your mama, whatever you got. Anything that you like that you think will make your crab cakes taste better, go for it. I'm gonna add a little bit of Old Bay seasoning, not too much. Some white pepper. Some Worcestershire. And now to make it spicy, we're gonna add some bulldog sauce. This stuff is really spicy, but I want this burger to be really spicy. So I'm kind of gonna just go for it. And then Koopy mayo. Oh, this is already looking perfect. All right, let's give this a try. That's what it's looking like. Looks pretty good. Yes, that's good. I'm gonna put this in the fridge and we'll get started on the crab cakes. All right, now for the crab cakes, you're gonna wanna get a bunch, and I mean a bunch of parsley. There's no such thing as too much. As best you can, peel the flower from the stem. I like to get a knife and just kind of grab the stem by the hand and just kind of go at the edge of the flowers to try to get them off. It's not foolproof, but it helps. Helps you get started. Now we're just going to gather this all up and do a quick little chiffonade. And plop the parsley in there. It smells so good, like a fresh, like rained lawn. Now I'm going to crumble up about 40 grams of crackers. Again, any crackers will do. And I'm just going to crumble these up by hand. You're going to add about 1/4 cup of Koopy mayo or any mayo that you have. Juice from half a lemon. About a tablespoon of mustard. More or less the same with the garlic paste. And the exact measurements will be in the cookbook, but you guys can see what I'm doing and pretty much figure it out. Use your own judgment. A couple splashes of Wash Your Sister. A little bit of that Caribbean jerk. Not too much. I don't like to add too much to the crab because I still want to taste that like ocean taste. Some Old Bay. forgot to mention these two items in the intro. One is optional, the other one is crucial. One large egg. That's the crucial. And I'm just gonna come in with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Totally optional, but I think it's gonna give it like a nice cheesiness in the interior of the crab cake. And now it's time to go in with the lump crab. So I'm gonna pop this bad boy open and drain out any of that juice. And there we have it. Gold. Gold from the sea. I've been on the East Coast now for a few months, and the seafood has been stellar. So good. All right, now we're just gonna toss this into the rest of the mix it up, and form our patties. Now, when you're doing this, you don't want to just start stirring. You kind of want to fold everything together to keep as much of that lump crab intact as you can. So just start slowly folding, and it will come together like way quicker than you probably think.
A few moments later.
I think I'll just start with two. Let's just see how this turns out. All right, so I'm gonna pop these in the fridge for about 30 minutes so they can set, and then we're gonna bread them. While the crab cakes are chilling, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with everything else. We're gonna toast our sriracha brioche buns. Just gonna go down with a little bit of avocado oil and just wipe that around the pan. Let's see what they smell like. They got that kind of like orangish hue to them. I'm not getting much as far as spice goes, but we will see. Let's pop these bad boys down and just let them toast up a little bit. Beautiful. Also, before I get started, this was $12. I've never spent $12 on bacon before, so please like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe hype this video up because, yeah. All right, we're just gonna drain this on this paper towel. I just tried a little bit of this. This is probably the hottest thing out of everything else. Like, this is actually spicy. Hopefully these stay together. Just gonna plop it in there. Hit it on top with some breadcrumbs. I'm not super confident in how well this is gonna hold together, to be honest. But in we go. All right, let's see if we can flip this without it breaking. Eh. All right, we're gonna go ahead and assemble everything. On with some of this spicy remoulade. Some nice lettuce. A tomato slice. Spicy bacon. and our hopefully unbroken, yes, straight from the pan onto the bun. We're going to top that with a slice of Monster cheese. Oh, that's a Krabby Patty. That's a Krabby Patty if I've ever seen one. That looks like a commercial burger. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's try this out.
Preparing the Krabby Patty!
Okay, this is gonna be messy, but this is an actual Krabby Patty. We're aware of that, right? This is a Krabby Patty, and it looks so It looks like a commercial. Arby's now introducing the Krabby Patty. Like, this is what they pay people to make their burger look like. And I did it in this small little kitchen. Round of applause for that just off the bat. Like, this looks insane. It is stacked so high. We got the sriracha bun, the bulldog remoulade. We've got the spicy crab cake, the hot honey bacon. I mean, I haven't even tried it yet, and this looks phenomenal. Oh, it honestly held together way better than I thought it was going to. But look at that. There's not much else to do but just go in. Oh, on this crab cake burger. It's gonna be so messy. Cheers, guys. Let's give it a try. Look at that steam coming off. This thing is messy. Wow. Okay. I might eat this entire thing on camera. I don't think I've ever eaten an entire thing on camera on this channel. I gotta do another bite. If you guys don't like food getting messy, leave a like, and you might want to click off, because this is... Okay, I'm not gonna eat the entire thing on camera because I don't want to do that to y'all. This is gonna get, like, terrible. This is me being polite right now, and it's still going everywhere. I was scared that this would end up just being, like, something that just doesn't need to happen. Like, when people do, like, deep fried burgers, it's like, what's the point of doing that? Like, just eat a burger. Or when they do the whole thing with, like, the burger with the cheddar cheese dripping all over it. I pretty much thought this was gonna be like putting a hat on a hat. It's like, you already have a crab cake, why add all this stuff? This all works so freaking well. So I tried the hot honey bacon on its own. It's good. Not very spicy, but there is some heat. The remoulade was obviously pretty spicy with the jalapeno and the bulldog sauce. The crab cake itself, so good and so fresh. The freshness of that crab cake really is like fighting all the heat to make it come to like a nice middle ground. Like, it's not so spicy that I can't eat it, but there is an apparent heat. That being said, it's not as spicy as I thought it would be. The brioche bread, there's like a little heat on your tongue, but it's not anything crazy. So this is definitely not as spicy as I thought it would be, but the flavor of this is actually insane. The burger, like the crab cake itself, you get like it's fried, but it still tastes so light and fresh because you got that like fresh lump crab, the lemon. It's just so fresh tasting. It's like really cleansing the palate. The cheese is working against that heat too. It's creamy. The remoulade is delicious. It's doing its thing. The lettuce is actually, everything here is working perfectly. The synergy here is like, this is where I would say a time where a basketball team was really good because of their synergy, but I don't know sports. So fill that blank. This is like the Crystal Gems season 4 fighting the Diamonds. Like the synergy is just there. They've been doing it for a while. They got it locked in. Um this is really good. I really wish I would have added more binding to the crab cake because it is falling apart. Ugh. The cheese is helping it stay together. The bacon's adding a smokiness and a very crispy texture to it. Everything here is just working. I thought this would be a thing that I would just try once and be like, well, that's a crab cake burger. You saw it. I tried it. It's good. I would definitely make this again. I would absolutely make this again. I wouldn't get the hot honey bacon. Honestly, it's a gimmick. It's way too expensive. $12 for like bacon. That kind of hurt me. I'm not going to lie. And it's not really showing up in this. I'm not tasting the hot honey in this crab burger sandwich thing. So the sriracha brioche was fun. Next time, I mean, I don't have to do it hot next time. I probably still will add bulldog to the remoulade just because it just tastes really, really good. But yeah, absolutely will make this again. This is incredible. That being said, the Maryland crab cakes that I made while I was in Baltimore, Maryland, those I gave a 10 out of 10. There was nothing I would change. This is very, very good, but it doesn't need this. Again, I will make it again, but it's not necessary to make crab cakes into a burger. That being said, it does kind of take away, so I am judging it by the sum of its parts more than just like as a burger itself. This is going to get like a good 8.6 from me, and that's still a very good score. The crab cakes on their own, I don't know what I would judge them. I didn't get a chance to try them on their own, but everything together, this is an 8.6. Still delicious. Definitely will make it again. But yeah, this is a Krabby Patty. This is what I imagine it would taste like because Mr. Krabs would be that stingy dude to actually use his own family. You know, there's that whole theory that like he actually took all the crabs and that's what he makes the Krabby Patties out of. If that theory's true, I'd say it's worth it. My name's Teo. This is Teo's Culinary Universe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me how you're feeling, and tell me what you want me to make next. We got Christmas coming up soon. I have so much planned. So many festive holiday recipes coming your way. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.